Hello everybody and welcome to the European Disco Festival here in Tallinn, Estonia. We are visiting the beautiful song festival grounds and we have an 18-hole course, demanding course without a bounce, with trees everywhere, low ceiling shots coming up. They're gonna challenge our players for this weekend for 3 whole days. Welcome to the booth in Helsinki. My name is Esa-Pekka Tupala. I'm your host today for the last weekend at the DGPT Europe for this season. And with me, Nate Perkins. Welcome, Nate.
Thank you, Epe. And it was the year 1988, and Estonians gathered at the Tallinn Song Festival grounds, known in Estonian as Lauluvaiak. They sang patriotic hymns which led to their overthrow of the Soviet rule of the country of Estonia. So this is a historic venue for Estonians, and it's an honor for it to be the home of the European Disc Golf Festival this weekend.
And Lauluvelek translates to roughly about a singing field. There's a whole field with that big arc structure that was built in 1959, so about 65 years ago. And now it's going to be the teeing off area for the hole number 1. And we're going to end the course with the green of 18 just in front of it. We're going to have so much fun today. Let's check out some storylines for today, shall we, Nate?
Let's do it.
Here they are. These grounds are ready for sure. The course has been set and the venue looks amazing. And I'm so excited. We saw a stoked field on the FPO. They challenged the course earlier today and it's totally ready. And this one is anyone's to take. This is a shorter course. We have many great players here from the States, from Finland, from Estonia, from everywhere. And they are ready to definitely be looking for a redemption from last week's European Open. One of those big names is Ricky Wysocki, losing the tournament on the last hole at Nokia. And weather looks great.
Finally.
We've had some weather delays on these DGPT Europe events and also at the European Open, but today we have some gusty winds on the Baltic Ocean's seaside, but otherwise it's looking great. We have sunshine. Some of those players, of course, already in the clubhouse for today. We have 2 last cards teeing off soon, and here is the top 10 at this moment. James Proctor.
Yeah, 10 under, and you know, running through this course, watching the practice rounds on YouTube, it really felt like you had to shoot better than double digits if you're going to be in contention here. I think 10 under is a good score anywhere, but I think there's a good chance that we might not see James Proctor on the lead card in round 2, depending on what the people behind him do.
And just about now we are ready to welcome our feature card players to the tee number 1. This being the second feature card.
European Disc Golf Festival.
Let's go to tee number 1, Nate. Let's enjoy.
Round number 1, MPO division, group number 26, 4:45 p.m. tee time. First to the tee from the United States of America, sponsored by Innova Discs, Calvin Heimberg.
Not going to see too many hole ones like this anywhere in the world. Calvin safely in bounds there.
The United States of America, sponsored by Discmania, Gannon Burr.
$275 meters par 4, kind of a dog leg, but you can see the basket all the way 902 feet away.
And the number 1 player in the world is off, playing a conservative hyzer into the middle. That'll leave a lot to be desired on that second shot.
Next up, from Czech Republic, sponsored by Latitude 64, Jakub Semerat.
Jakub's having himself a great season over here in Europe. Hasn't finished outside the top 40, has not missed cash this season. Here's a good look at hole 1 right here. It's a significant drop off the tee. It needs to get legs. And it climbs back in with the young man from Czech Republic.
And 4 to the tee from Estonia, sponsored by Prodigy Disc, Mauri Vilman.
shredding, and Mauri is in the middle of the tee. You know what, Nate? I spotted a familiar face there on the crowd. We have Andrew Gum guiding us through the premises when he's available there. And if Andrew, you can hear us, let us know how's the feeling there in the crowd as the second feature card is teeing off.
The feeling is absolutely electric, guys. We have over 2,000 people in attendance at this moment, and it is a very enthusiastic crowd. We got people waving Estonian flags, cheering for everybody. Every time a player comes out, the crowd erupts. It's a really festive atmosphere. Yeah, lots of stuff going on site, like there's a trampoline park, petting zoo, amazing vendors. If you're in the area, I would really recommend coming on down to be a part of this. This is something special.
Thank you, Andrew. And we are going to have you give us the first prediction here. James Proctor is in the clubhouse with 10 down. Is that going to hold, or what is your expectations about the hot round of the day?
I'm going to expect to see somebody play at least 12 or 13 under. I'm going to say 13 if I have to say one number. It's pretty good conditions. It's very beautiful out here, sunny, blue sky, just a little bit of clouds. Slight breeze coming off the sea. Temperature 23, about 74 Fahrenheit. So pretty much perfect scoring conditions. And we've got the best players in the world here, so pretty sure someone can shred it up today.
Thank you, Andrew. I'm going to toss it to Nate here. Nate, what do you think is going to be the hot score for the day?
Yeah, I think that, double digits is necessary to win this tournament out here. We're talking about a really short course, ton of OB, but when a player, figures out a couple of their discs, they can just lean on those discs. And we have mid 600-foot par fours out here, which, when you pit that against the best players in the world, they typically shred.
I'm going to top down and say we're going to see 114 under round today.
Cool.
It might just be this guy right here, Gannon Burr. Although conservative off the tee, he has now about 110, 120, 15 meters to the pin uphill.
Yeah, kind of flattens the 12 speed out right there more than he wanted, and he's going to leave himself 13, 14 meters. Safe bid, though, up the hill. Mauri Vilman, not the most familiar name on the Disc Golf Network, but he took third place at Turku and then second place at the Swedish Open, both Elite Series events this year, and he is one of Estonia's best players. 1031 rated. Also going to leave himself mid C2 right there on the opening hole.
Yeah, Mauri was shredding last season. He took down several 8-year victories at the European Pro Tour. He took down victories in Finland in the Finnish Prodigy Disc Pro Tour. Took down the Baltic Disc Golf Championships and many more. Euro Tour number 8 Lone Star Discs Alutsaguse Open. I mean, the guy shreds.
Yeah. Jakub Simrad. He was the only player to put any pressure on Ricky a few weeks ago at Krokal in Norway, and he's into C1. Calvin Heimberg has somewhat struggled over here in Europe. Found himself over par through 2 rounds at the major last week. Came back with 2 10 under par rounds at the Beast to continue his major cash streak.
I can't remember him having those Vinny goggles on him last weekend, so we hope those help.
Yeah, typically don't see him wear sunglasses. Canada current conditions, perfect day for disc golf. Little breezy, humidity down.
Group number 27, tee time 5 p.m. First, from Germany, Please welcome
And this is how they welcome the players here to the stage.
Look at this. Disc golf has never seen anything like this.
All the cheers from the crowd, the LED screen. Players surely get a warm welcome
Please
to the team.
welcome Ricky Waisaki.
Ref was like on the screen.
Next up, Finland. Please welcome Niklas Anttila.
Only European rated inside the top 10 in the PDGA World Rankings right now.
Estonia. Please welcome Albert Tam.
The crowd favorite, Mr. Bazooka himself, Albert Tam.
Four-time Estonian national champion.
And look at this. He's taking the home crowd. And there he is. We go back to the green, number 1.
Little straddle stepper.
This needs to settle down.
Okay. See what the Iceman has for us early.
Just a moment ago, Gannon had this putt to make in the middle of those roars for Tom.
A little bit of right to left wind underneath that putt. He read that wind perfectly.
Huge birdie putt for Gannon Burr.
Just a little bit of drop just to get under the band.
And Jakub Semerad.
A little bit more of a straight tailwind for Jakub. And check out this nasty spin putt. I know you guys have seen it before. Come on, man. When he gets that thing online, there's not really too many people that commit to the full spin as Jakub does.
The world putting champion. Hey.
Calvin, a little headwind here. Typically putts with a little bit of nose down, so we might try and alter that and putt a little flatter with the wind he's facing.
9 meters left. Oh yeah.
Yeah, nice flat delivery from Calvin.
Now Mauri. Oh, and Mauri chains out from the left. That's a crucial bogey, taking him to +1 for the day. We're going to take a short break, folks. We'll be right back.
üllatusteks valmis. Coolbet.
We are here. We are one. We will fight. We will fall. We will prevail. From the fjords of Norway to the shores of Spain, from the fire of Iceland to the hope of Ukraine, 30 countries, one voice. Go Europe!
The Worlds is right around the corner and you can catch all the action on DGN. Subscribe to DGN Standard or Pro today with code WORLDSLIVE at checkout to receive 50% off your first full month. This is not compatible with other discounts, including the PDGA discount. Think about that, 50% off to see the Worlds. That is a huge deal. And the first feature card, they are ready on team number 1, and we are soon gonna see their shots towards the open Lauluväljak Song Festival grounds.
Boys and girls,
Let's
it is
go.
showtime. European Disc Golf Festival 2024. Round 1, 27th group of MPO, the feature card. Tee time 5 p.m. First to the tee, from Germany, sponsored by MVP, Simon Lizotte.
The German sensation. Didn't play his best golf last week at the majors. Squeaked in 36th place, netting him last cash. Look at that nice gentle hyzer. Okay, a little sidewalk skip, but it stays in bounds. Gonna add a little distance to the approach.
Next to the tee, from the United States of America, sponsored by Dynamic Discs, Ricky Wysocki.
We're looking at the all-time leader for PDGA career earnings. Ricky Wysocki just passed up Paul Macbeth. He might be the first one to close in on a 7-figure career earnings.
He's going with a straighter play, lands it safe.
How much trust does that take to flip it up late in the flight like that? Come on.
You know, I'm trying to figure out those smiles and faces they're making. They're just enjoying themselves here.
Niklas Anttila.
It seems like they are not feeling as much pressure, and like compared to Nokia or Tampere, of just pure executing. They are enjoying this, and that's a big deal.
Nicholas, the best European last week at the major, taking 6th place. Also needs that to flip up late.
It's going left.
Oh, and it sticks. The grass is lush.
If that had hit the asphalt, that would be gone.
I agree.
And fourth, from Estonia, sponsored by Latitude 64, Albert Dam.
Remarkable distance with this guy.
Oh, yeah. Estonian's most well-traveled MPO player. You got a translation for us there, Eppe?
I do not.
Sometimes it works out, right? Estonian to finish.
Sometimes it works. And
Taking a look
usually,
at
if the word is really similar to Finnish, it means something totally different.
Okay.
And if I'm gonna translate the Estonian without knowing any of the language, I'm gonna do very badly. So I'm trying to stick not doing that. We're gonna go to tee number 2 with Calvin Heimberg, 302 feet, par 3.
Just disc throwing into a void right there. Got to hit the gap flat, get a little bit of a gentle fade. Looks like they have a left to right wind. And you can see it getting on top of Gannon's disc right there. He's going to kick to a similar spot. And there's that 5-year disc from Jakub.
Yeah, that once was overstable and now it's just dependable.
Mauri trying to bounce back after the bogey. Similar distance to the putt he just missed on 1.
Could you refresh my mind? That hole reminds me of some shorter hole at the preserve. You have to make that slight gap and really slow turn towards the basket, about 92 meters there too.
Yeah, the 17th over there.
That might be the one.
Here he is.
Mauri also really straightforward spin putt.
Yeah, and it's not quite a straddle right there. He's got the left foot a little behind, and similar to Jakub, it's not quite the straddle or the stagger. It's, you know, the shoulders are kind of squared up with the basket right there. Here's Simon. So the footing's a little weird here. He's going to go off the cement. One foot going to stay on it, and that front foot's going to plant in the grass. It can be a little awkward. He's looking at all hyzer into the pin here. Flipped up to flat pretty quick. All right, a couple paces outside the bullseye for Lizotte.
Anttila took a severe risk off the tee with that disc selection. He took it too left and he was lucky to stay in bounds. And he's not as close to the basket as he would hope for. This is uphill. This is a full drive, 115 meters, but it goes uphill, so that's about 125, 130 meters of power.
Yeah, and you can see the difference. Like, Nicholas knows he's not going to get there all hyzer, so he's going to try and flex it. He got the nose up there a little bit and didn't quite get the turn he was looking for. He's outside deep C2. Simon able to just go hyzer flip. Albert most likely just going to go pure hyzer here. Albert just took down his 4th Estonian national title just a few weeks ago. Hyzer didn't quite get it up to flat. And that's going to be the difference between the park job and the 12-meter putt that he has left. And look at the difference here at Bay. Look, Ricky trusting his driver off the tee there to get that turn. And he is way up the fairway.
And you know, going back a year, the European Disc Golf Championships were held on these premises, and this hole was exactly the same then. Niklas did really badly on this hole every single round, and that costed him this tournament. So he really needs to figure this out fast.
Good start for Wysocki, looking to putt from below the pin. Don't know if you got a chance to tune in to Ricky's YouTube channel, but he's been crushing the practice rounds lately. I mean, the fans are just loving it.
They are, and he really gives us this crucial insight what's going on in his head and what's going on with every single pro's head, but we rarely have gotten the
he's a
the
machine.
opportunity to see and hear those things out loud.
Exactly, and Ricky's a machine. I mean, the man is just a vault for disc golf knowledge, and he's able to articulate it, really well for his fans, and to be able to tune into those practice rounds and get a full breakdown from one of the main threats to take this event down.
This is Niklas about 22 meters away. It's about 72 feet for the Americans. He's just laying that up. He knows that he could fight for the birdie, but if he hits the cage, gets the side and rolls down, it's gone. Yeah, so listening to Ricky after the European Open a couple of days back, that was maybe the most sad Ricky I've heard in a while, because he knew he lost that battle in just one hole and he was so close to win a major again. Albert Tam cashes in the birdie, circle one's edge, but Ricky always takes the positives out of the negatives, and you can see him advance towards a better result. And he's ready to make something happen here.
Yeah, that was a battle that any disc golf fan, they probably won't ever forget that. I mean, Ricky shooting a course record to push Gannon Bird down the stretch, and it coming down to the very last shot.
If you want to watch one round of disc golf from this season, it would be the European Open 4th round at the Beast.
Electric. Looking at 3 birdies here on this final feature card.
Mauri Wilman hunting for birdie on 3, and he cards the birdie 8 meters away. Took the bogey on 1, but after that 2 birdies in a row, he's under par. And here's Jakub trying to go 3 for 3. Seems easy to me. He has to keep that going now. Gannon Burr 1 stroke behind Semerad. Gannon took the birdies on number 1, and then here number 3. Alvin Heimberg doing the same. This might be the fastest round we are gonna see at the DGPT Europe.
It could be. We had one at Curl Call that was under 3 hours. You think we can beat that today?
I'm expecting something around 2 hours 40 minutes.
Wow, that's blistering pace. And Kyle Klein looking to take the solo lead with birdies on 17 and 18. He's the only player inside the top 10 still on the course right now. Alden Harris 7 under par. He's been struggling. Good to see that from him, but look at that stack of 8 under pars right there.
Familiar names there: Tristan Tanner, Onni Ruusunen, one of the Onnis challenging the course. Great pace today.
Another great player from the Czech Republic.
Man, I love to see Eric Oakley there, doing fine today.
Yeah, it's a good comeback round after his struggles at the European Open.
Tee number 2 with Simon Lizotte.
A little neutral mid-range here for Simon. Look at the control there. Controls the nose angle exactly how he wants to. Controls the speed, trajectory, everything exactly how he wanted to release it.
$5 meters for Simon. And that's about the same for Ricky, although he threw it kind of low.
Yeah, a little low. He was asking for it to fly.
Well, the ground is really fast on this green. And if you land it low for about 25 meters off the pin, short of the pin, you might still glide and skip under the basket.
There's one little small window you can feed this forehand through on the left side. Albert has kind of pushed it a bit too straight. A tight window. I didn't see too many players opting to throw that left line. Nicholas loves to throw these gaps on a little bit of ante and try and flex it through it. That was more hyzer to flat right there.
Looking great. Yeah. 5 meters for Anttila. To visit Jakub Semerad, tee of 4. It's a par 3, 112 meters.
This man's dialed today. Come on. Just outside the bullseye right there. With a mid, too. That's nasty. 370.
Mauri Vilman in the air. Gets some skipping action, but he stays a bit short. 10.5 meters left.
And look at that OB line, right? You guys are going to see this course is just riddled with out of bounds. There is miles of rope out here.
Do you agree with me that the main obstacle on this course is low ceiling?
A lot of low ceiling, a lot of out of bounds. Totally agree. And not a lot of distance.
The total length for this course for the MPO is 2,688 meters. We've seen courses that might be over 3,000 easily, so this is a really short in that perspective. Wysocki for birdie. About 8.5 meters away. Count that. Grabs the birdie. He's all smiles, Nate. It's so great to see him enjoy there.
Yeah. He said it in his interview after the European Open. He's just been in a great state of mind, and it reflects in his playing. Oh, and that's going to pop out right for Simon. That usually receives his putt when they hit right side like that. Maybe a little too fast.
Now Anttila for the birdie. Pierce the gap. He collects the reward. Now Tam to save the par. No problem. Simon's gonna tap in his. We'll have a short break here at the network. We'll be right back.
Introducing the Birdie Derby, a ready-to-run tournament package from Prodigy Disc. It's the perfect 3-disc tournament to welcome new players and give experienced throwers something new to try. Learn more and host a derby today at discgolfderby.com.
Okay. All right.
Start hot, stay hot. They got the message.
Ricky Wysocki is parked for the birdie on hole 3. Next, it's gonna be Niklas Anttila.
Nice test of a little flat forehand here with the low ceiling over the bush.
Hole 3, 92 meters, 302 feet.
A little too much angle. Okay, getting a little help from the fence.
Still far away from the basket, but runnable if he wants to make it. Lizotte also opting for the forehand.
Get gobbled up by that bush. It's a fine line. They're delivering the mail right here. You just gotta feed it right into the slot. Love the way Albert bends that back knee at the last minute. Real athletic stance.
5 to 6 meters left for Tam. Yeah, Vinny and all the others need to be putting the pizza in the oven today. They have those low ceilings, but still they have those bushes. They have those signs on the course that make it a really tight gap to hit. Simon is taking his up shot. This is the 5th and final Elite Series event at the Disc Golf Pro Tour Europe this season, and all of those count towards the total points at the DGPT. But you can only add 3 of your best tournaments from the Disc Golf Pro Tour Europe counting towards those points. So even if you took down all 5, you can still only add the 3 best. We've also had some Silver Series events here at Europe side, and those points only count towards the DGPT Europe Championship points. They are not counted to the DGPT at the States. Anttila fair beat. Simon in the basket. Saves the par. This is now Tam for the birdie.
You think Albert has a little extra pressure on his shoulders playing in front of the home crowd?
He certainly does, and he knows the course, and this is his home turf right here. And a question for Ricky.
Perfect start for Rick.
He's following Jakub and some others. Take all the 3 first holes with the birdie.
Kyle Klein, another player to go 3 for 3. Jakub on the tee. Perfect flex over the structure. Needs it to start fading. Gets the skip. Look at this, Epe. Have not seen a drive of that level yet.
There is the flex line over the monument.
I feel like 5 is the hardest hole on the front. It's tricky with that structure right in the middle. You want to throw over it, but then you risk getting the nose up and stalling out and finding that OB line left.
We have quite a few national monuments here on these premises, and we are going to hear more about them soon enough. Our first feature card is soon ready to tee off on hole number 4. I'm so happy, Nate, that we have such a great weather down there now. I'm hearing about maybe 2,300, 2,500 spectators, and I have to remind you, this is a huge park, almost in the middle of Tallinn, and it's all surrounded by that fence. So every single spectator today has paid for their tickets. It's 15 euros per day, 40 euros per weekend, and then they have about 75 euros, I believe, was the VIP pass.
So Ricky put the fairway down and pulled out the approach disc and played it to perfection. Man is dialed.
He's dialed, he's happy. Is there something that can stop a happy Richard Wysocki? I don't know if there is. We'll see if the European Disc Golf Festival course can stop him. That's left to be seen. Tam, tee of 4. Same par 3 we saw just a moment ago. This is looking kind of good. Misses the tree on the corner, and he's about 5 to 6 meters away.
Niklas is going to go a little faster here, throwing a 9-speed. This one's pretty overstable, so he's trying to crack this on just a little bit of ante. Had the angle, but that fell out of his hand really early.
And it's on these shorter courses that we see those kind of small mistakes add up really quickly.
Yeah, and if you don't find your line early at this course, you could really start to add up the strokes, with the OB being, you know, within circle 2 of almost every single basket.
And compared to like the Tampere Disc Golf Center we just saw, if you get one errant mistake like that early in the round, there's a big time possibility that all the other players are gonna make those mistakes too. But on these shorter courses, that's like really straightforward, would you say, they can add up quickly?
Well, you're just gonna fall behind if you're not scoring. I think minimum, you know, you need to shoot 8 down to be in contention. Really, I think it's going to be an average of 11 or 12 under par that wins this tournament. Simon needs that to go just a bit. He's going to filter through just outside C1.
This place is just gorgeous. And they have used all the space they can to make these holes and this course as long and demanding as possible. But we have to recognize that this is a festival. This is a celebration for disc golf. And that's what they are aiming for here, and they have done so well. Niklas Anttila has not done so well on this early round.
No, he's going to be looking at a C2 putt for the par.
Simon, 17-meter look for the birdie. Going for it. Cashes the putt. Simon Lizotte. He's here to play, and he's here to celebrate. That disc is not going anywhere from those pins.
That one's not popping out right. Right on the pull. Niklas, similar line right here. Just got a good read on Simon. nearly follows it up. Doesn't quite get that hyzer to swing.
That's going to be a putt for bogey for Niklas, and he's going to be even for the day. Not like this guy. Ricky taking 4 for 4. Dom takes the birdie. Antila has to settle for the bogey, and he needs to choose something quickly. We're gonna see hot scores for all the weekend. There is a slight possibility for some minor rains here and there, but at this moment we are not hearing any news about a possible thunder or something like that. I'm gonna knock my head for I don't have any wood near me. But it's so great to see all these spectators here enjoying disc golf live. And we are so happy that you are joining us on the other side of the screen. Esa-Pekka Tupala, Nate Perkins with you in the booth, and we have Andrew Gum on the field. Andrew, I'm gonna toss it down to you. Would you have some information about the structures on the field? And the first feature card is now headed towards hole number 5, where we are gonna have that monument in the middle.
Yes, hole number 5 has a sound sculpture named Chromatico. And this is a really unique place. I'm inside of it right now. There's multiple echo chambers, and it was commissioned for the 2011 European Capital of Culture, which was held here in Tallinn. A really neat place. You come inside, written on the ceiling is Fa, Sol, La, Ti, Do in different sound chambers that echo as you speak or sing inside. So very unique place to be. Really cool to have it on the grounds here on hole 5. There's another one in Iceland that's similar but a little bit smaller, but otherwise it's a very unique structure to this place.
Fascinating. Thank you so much, Andrew. And we are just honored to be on the historic Tallinn Song Festival grounds where the Estonians sang for their independence. What a treat. Disc golf really can be played anywhere in the world.
Albert Dam.
He's gonna match Jakub's drive right there. Huge tee shot. There's a lot of pressure on this shot right here. You can't really flip it at all. You'll find that OB line right. You can't hyzer out early.
How about Simon? Don't hit Andrew inside that building.
That feels early. That needs to fly. I think that's out of bounds left.
Real close for Simon. Niklas Anttila even par for the day at this point.
Nice flip up over the structure.
Stay in bounds.
Oh, it's close. Crowd approves. Must be safe.
In practice, I walked up to that and threw forehand roller right through the thing.
It's kind of interesting for James Proctor was in the first card from the MPO to tee of today, the card 27, and he's still in the lead with that 10 under par.
Bogey free. Yeah, there's a chance it could hold. I would be surprised.
like this. It's pretty hard, actually. You should try to go through there. Have you gone through?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying with the roller.
No, but yourself.
Oh, no. Well, I guess
You should try it. It's an experience.
Oh, good. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Okay, man.
Just a moment ago, Jakub Semerad took the birdie here on hole number 5, and there were only 2 players on the field before him to do that, go 5 for 5.
Wow.
Eric Oakley and James Proctor.
Okay. Eric finished at 8 under par, James at 10. Let's see what Kuba can do.
And Ricky is still chasing that same 5 for 5. He's on the fairway. He's about 100 meters from the basket.
Low ceiling forehand here. The fine line, and Ricky is just filleting this. Come on, gets a little tree love.
Almost hits the target.
And we're gonna go the 4th player to go 5 for 5.
Crushed it.
Yeah, you did, man. Yeah, you did.
He did. He crushed it.
He's happy about that tree behind the basket. Now Simon throwing 3 after going out of bounds. Needs to come back a bit. It stays on the line. Great job.
Yeah, you really have to be a master of matching the height to perform well at this course. A lot of shots that look just like that. Low ceiling, but lush grass, not a lot of skips. Looks like Nicholas is going to try and play for one of those skips. Going to go Heiser left side here. Oh, but he's got a good beat on it. No, it doesn't. It's going to stop him outside the circle right there. That's a deflating little tree.
That is, and it's kind of deceiving here. The grass looks outstanding, just unbelievable. But there are still some of those like spots where it's more thick than where on the other spots. So it means that you might not get the skip you are hoping to get.
Yeah, of course. I mean, that's part of the difficulty of this entire track. They left the grass a little long for that reason.
Albert Tam approaching with his second.
Albert going with the hips open right there. It's hard to generate the energy you need, and he does it inside the bullseye.
Now, Nate, let's think about this DGPT Europe stretch as a broader term. What do you feel like it has brought to the DGPT coverage this season?
Oh, I mean, it's just fantastic. You can wake up 8 o'clock in the morning on the West Coast and start watching disc golf all day long. I think it adds so much legitimacy to our game that, you know, the scene in Europe is thriving, and that we've combined, you know, part of the USA Tour with the European Tour. Players in Europe now can, you know, put their foot in without having to travel all the way over to the United States. They can play a major and several Elite Series events and gain points and potentially qualify.
Niklas Anttila for the birdie, 12 meters away. Call that a birdie.
Yeah, needed it.
Take a look at this again. On the line, all the way there. Ever so slightly on the right side, doesn't matter, he's in. Now Ricky for birdie. After crushing that one, as he told us himself.
Crushed it, got a little tree love. 5 for 5. Albert just won off that pace.
Just like that, Wysocki joining other 3 players, Semerad, Oakley, and Proctor, to catch 5 for 5. He's 5 down. I'm gonna toss it down to Andrew Gum once again. Andrew, could you tell us something about the tools they have here on the premises that help these tee pads to be kept in a perfect shape?
Yes, they have these nice little shoe brushes, I guess you could call them, besides the tee pad, to take off all the mud or debris on your shoe before you enter onto the tee pad. We did have some pretty heavy storms earlier in the week, and so yeah, there could have been a lot of mud, although the ground's taking it in really well. Everything's looking lush and beautiful, freshly mowed, and yeah, looks like the forecast is pretty great for the weekend.
Thank you, Andrew. Nate, there might be a mandatory on this hole. I don't know if you can see that.
And Rick's proceeded on the correct side of the mandatory. He didn't seem to like it, but it looked pure to me. Maybe not getting the pop he really wanted. Hole 6 playing just above par today. 41% of the field taking birdie.
And you really want to be on that hill. You don't want to have a run up towards the uphill slope, and that, I feel like, was the thing that Ricky was afraid of. 187 meters par 4 with an island on the second shot if you're going to go for it. Here's Albert Tam. Yeah, absolutely crushing this one. Gets the skip, and that's the place where you want to be.
It's a short par 4 though. You get it out there, you see it fly a bit, you're going to have a line to the green.
Niklas on the tee.
Little Fortnite 12 speed right here.
We've seen this disc a lot.
Yeah, Nicholas is an above average Fortnite player. Good, not great.
Okay, oh, sure,
Yeah.
sure, yeah.
Pretty good solo.
I'm taking
No
that.
build. And that's going to bury.
Just a
That's
slight edge, but you can see the slope there. It doesn't show as heavily on the camera, but he doesn't enjoy that spot. Simon just misses the, I mean, makes the Mando, I'm sorry, but misses the structure there from the correct side, and that's kind of okay. Still has kind of a sloping footing to make run up, that is. Kyle Klein has finished his round. He's tied with James Proctor in the lead. 10 down for the day. And the next guy challenging that result is Josef Barry from Sweden. He's 7 down through 10 holes. That's a rocket start for Josef. And also familiar name Väinö Mäkelä. He's 7 down through 14 holes, and he could still make a charge and take the lead if he wants it. Daniel Davidson 6 down through 10. And after that, we're going to see Ricky Wysocki 5 down through 5.
Calvin Heiberg 5 through 7. Mauri 4 through 7.
It's a great recovery from Mauri after that bogey on number 1.
Niklas 2 discs in his hand, both slow speed. Gonna go with the more overstable version here. Is that to go over? Oh, and it's gonna get stopped by the wall.
And with these kind of shots, you have to adjust your disc selection and your throwing power to make the island, and still you're going to be thinking about your footwork.
Yeah, he just left himself a little bit too much distance after he kind of turned that tee shot over. Getting a good look at the green right there. Need to get over that wall. Can't go too deep though. The OB starts just 5 meters deep and left and about 8 meters deep and right.
Oh, it's me?
Yeah, Ricky's kind of in an interesting spot here. Doesn't look like he's gonna have the forehand, which is his optimal play into the green. He's gonna have to try and stall this approach disc.
About 70 meters left, and Ricky makes the island. He's 5 meters away.
Touchy shot.
I'll go.
Just kind of slowed his body down.
It seemed like a jump putt.
Yeah, he gets real low and he just kind of guides the shoulders open, and that's really been the biggest difference I've noticed in the past 5 years for him, is being able to control those slower shots through gaps.
Here's Simon with the nose up, and he just makes the island.
Just
Barely.
enough.
Back to Mauri Willman, tee of 8. You can go over this out of bounds area with the hyzer, just like this, or then you can take a forehand according to the inbounds lines and approach to the basket from there. Tam.
Ooh, did that leak out? He's on. Not quite the desired line. You can see him kind of laughing that one off.
Heimberg, tee of 8.
Popping a hyzer out there. Bink.
Donk.
Tossing darts on number 8.
Under 3 meters for Calvin Heimberg on 8. There has not been a single player to go 6 down through 6, and Ricky's the only one still able to do that. If this one goes in, I mean, that's about 6 meters for Ricky. For every single event we've had at the Disc Golf Network for the DGPT Europe, we've seen these beautiful drone footages, and that's thanks to flightfactorydiscs.com. Make sure to visit their site and check out their disc golf apparel and products.
You mean?
So Ricky, Albert and Simon are putting for birdies on hole 6, but Niklas Anttila, the only one going out of bounds with his upshot.
Oh yeah, that man right there.
6 through 6. I'm kind of still wondering if 14 is gonna stop him. He's gonna go 18 with this pace. Tam for the birdie.
And wouldn't that just add to Ricky's legacy? Mowdy on hole 8. Oh yeah, that's a great look at that spin putt right there. Slightly staggered, starts down there at the belt and just delivers it straight from the chest. Pure spin.
Jakub Semerad.
Both of those players probably love these Prodigy baskets.
My Zuka car is most helpful because it allows me to carry a massive amount of discs. My backups have backups, and I can fit all of that in my cart.
The putter pouch, that's definitely my favorite feature. Slick, holds everything that I need in there.
The room and the things that I can carry on the course in the Zuka fits me perfectly.
I'm not the tall person right here. I like the handle. It can be up and down. That's my point right there. All I have to do is just thinking about what I'm gonna birdie.
On the tee of 7 with Albert Tam.
Hit the gap, get paid, and Albert's gonna pull it and kicks left. I believe he missed that left side mandatory.
Out of bounds.
One is kind of worse than the other. If you go OB early, you still have to proceed through the mandatory.
Yeah, 109 meters through the tunnel. Oh my, take a look at this, Nate.
Same neutral mid-range. Perfection.
I believe that's a really beaten up approach disc for Niklas. He's been throwing that for years now.
Okay. Hole 7, one of the few holes out here that's playing over par. And Niklas, not fully dialed today.
He also goes out of bounds.
If you ever
It's like PDGA Europe rep Matej giving him the rule breakdown right there. He's going to proceed to the drop zone, having missed the mandatory before he went out of bounds. This is not an easy shot, but he's got a good beat on this putter right here.
4 meters left for Tam. Now this gap is totally just messing up with you. You just have to aim to your line and execute and not think about those 2 threes.
Yeah, I agree. Really, it's that low ceiling kind of later in the flight that you have to worry about.
Calvin, a real low line. This is turning over.
That destroyer just bailed on him. But he throws it so fast, it's still in position, even burying it. And Nicholas, tough approach. Ooh. Looking a little defeated early.
Yeah, this course can easily get into your head, because if you're not scoring early and if you keep finding those troubles, you might feel defeated really early on.
Yeah, that's a double bogey.
But that's the point when you have to turn the thing around and try to find the best of the moment and just charge forward. Now Ricky is putting for birdie about 9 meters away. Seven through 7.
Was there any doubt?
Nope. Not at all.
Yes.
There it is. Simon makes the birdie putt. Goes 5 meters deep of the tee, and Anttila has to settle down for double bogey. That is something that you just can't do here. Now Mauri Vilman
from the sand.
Yeah, hole 9.
That arm came through quick. Like a little whip. Getting plenty of distance without the legs on that one. This really does feel like a sprint.
This goes. They have been on the course for about 56 minutes and they are through 7 holes.
Come on. We're gonna make it to the Deadpool and Wolverine showing later.
Yeah, we're gonna make it. I was just anticipating we have to cancel the tickets, but we're gonna make it.
Hugh Jackman, come on.
Väinö Mäkelä 8 down through 15 holes. He's currently putting for birdie on 16.
Man, he has not had too many bad rounds with that new bag, has he?
And that's really interesting. Could you elaborate on that? He feels excited. He's been throwing same disc for 9.5 years, and for what I can see, that excitement is really the key there.
You know, honestly, we don't really see too much regression from players with the new bag. Like, thinking back over the past 4 seasons, more often than not, a player switches, they find that extra motivation. They play better. Here's Rick on the 8th. Can he continue this historic start?
He's there, Nate.
Bullseye, baby. We're rolling.
Think about being Simon here. He's playing really, really good golf, and he's already 3 behind Ricky through 7 holes. That's a bullseye.
Right, Simon, no stranger to the carnival games himself. Gonna put that dart inside the bullseye.
This truly is a festival for disc golf and everything that comes together with it. The fans, the positive feelings, and the struggle is there too. We can see that from Niklas Anttila, and they have to overcome it. Tam Heisering settling down about 8 meters away.
Yeah, he kind of flattened it out just a little bit more than Simon and Rick. Gonna leave himself a putt. Little headwind left to right blowing right here. Loving that line.
Almost hits the basket with the skip. They're all on the dancing floor. Thanks again, Flight Factory Discs, for these drone footages. FlightFactoryDiscs.com is the address you're going to be typing on your browser and check out the disc golf products they have available. Mauri Vilman.
Little weak side. Little hesitation there on the spinner.
He's taken 6 birdies through last 7 holes, but he has the bogey on number 1. Now Tom.
Right to left here for Albert. Oh, pulls it. That's a nervy putt.
I think it's me.
That putt must feel like it's a mile away when everyone else on your card is bullseye.
And your home crowd is watching. Now here he is putting for par. That is in. Took the bogey on the last hole. He ends the bogey streak before it even started. Anttila gets 1 birdie, and that will be... I mean, Anttila was 3 over par for the last 2 holes before this birdie, and now he's back +1 for the day. Results in the bucket. Vilman saves the par on 9. Jakub Semerad. And they're picking up that birdie on 9. Folks, check out our Zuka Card Mystery Bundle at the DGPT Pro Shop. This $500 value includes an all-terrain Zuka card, a variety of premium discs, and much, much more. It's available while supplies last. I mean, think about this. So many discs and apparel and a Zuka card, that's a great deal. Head over to the Pro Shop to find out more. Ricky's 8 through 8.
Can he get the whole front? He's starting off great. Look at this turning. I mean, get back on edge too. Skip. That's gonzo.
This is not like being on fire anymore. He's lava practically.
Yeah,
or something else.
He's coming straight out of the core of the earth.
Now Simon Lizotte, 5 down through 8 holes. Also gets the turn. Does he get the late stability? And gets the edge and the skip. This is just perfect.
He's going to be on top of it. Oh, look. And Ricky's got that little sidewalk skip to help Ricky get the edge on Simon right there.
Anttila going straight. A bit under those trees there.
This is just a completely different style of disc golf than last week's major.
Now Tom goes with the forehand.
He didn't like it. Needs it to fade and miss those trees.
He's tucked in between. So 2 absolutely perfect drives and 2 kind of tucked in. Back on 10 with Calvin Heimberg.
He's having himself a day as well. 7 through 9. Kind of turns that one over on the 10th.
That's a par 3, 115 meters. He should be on the fairway.
Yeah, tricky par 3 here.
Wiedemann turning this one over, and he doesn't get the edge.
It looks like grass. Bonjour. Good to see you. I wasn't sure it was you at first, but then I recognized you for sure. It was me. Papa.
Ah, really?
Yeah.
Hi, I've met you a couple of years ago. In
He's
Belgium.
working. He's working. Don't disturb him.
Simon's caddy Sebastian coming all the way from Germany.
Yeah, me too.
Sebastian also made the trip down to Austin, Texas. Simon got them a couple South by Southwest badges. And hole 9 playing as one of the easier holes on the course. 0.4 strokes under par, over half the field taking birdie, and most of the difficulty is on the drive. So if you're going to place a bet over there at Cool Bets, there's a good chance Ricky's going to birdie every hole on the front.
There is a good chance for that. And you know, he's on with his putter. He's on driving off the tee. He's not looking like a man who would make mistakes today. And that's what scares me.
Yeah, I don't think he's missed C1 yet. I don't think he's had to make a distance putt yet. I think his longest one was 9 meters on the 7th.
We saw him miss a few putts, I believe even 4 to 5 putts low at the last round at the European Open. And he doesn't show any signs of missing the height on his putt.
No, he doesn't. Nicholas might be forced to go with the forehand here. It looks like that tree is going to be in his backswing. No, he's going to try and feed it. This is so tough to stop the arm and get all the momentum you need. Look at that body control. Come on.
Unbelievable.
That's so hard to do. The way he just kind of froze his arm after he released.
Calvin Heimberg back on 10.
Oh, from 25 meters. Looked good from here.
Just a basic floater. Just like you said, Nate, this is really different type of disc golf. This is a beautiful park, and they've done the best that they can to make as challenging course as they can with these premises.
I kind of feel like Simon was trying a little too hard to throw that one in.
Yeah. Heimberg.
Hey, good for it.
And I bet all of these players are here to have fun. They're here to enjoy their time for the last stop at Europe this season. For most of them. Wysocki throws his second. He's 6 meters away.
You think he keeps score in his head?
I don't know. I kind of feel like
I think he knows he's birdied every hole.
Yeah, yeah. He's gonna feel that for sure.
We've heard players talk about this in the past. I specifically remember hearing Sexton talk about this, how you're birdieing out, and every birdie gets progressively harder because of the pressure that you kind of put on yourself. Like, oh, am I really going to do it? Is it going to be that day?
Albert Tam cards the birdie from 11 meters.
Squeaked it in there.
Makes the circle of honors there in the cage, as we Finns call it.
I like it. Circle of honors.
Just like the Royals do. Almost didn't need a change at all.
Now can Simon correct his mistake with the putter, and he cannot. He goes off the band. Okay, let's take a deep breath.
He was charging for that putter.
He was running.
He's fun for par. And that's another miss from Simon. That's going to be a 3-putt green for Simon. His first bogey of the day, and Ricky to go 9 through 9. This man is unstoppable now. Well, we're going to have another double digits, I feel like, today.
We have not seen too many perfect 9s this season. That happened quick. In about an hour, Ricky just birdied 9 holes.
Just about 70 minutes, and Ricky is 9 through 9.
Now, there's a lot of controversy surrounding the way that we should arrange our disc golf courses on the elite level. Some players and some fans, they want the course to be extremely hard, and they don't want you to be able to go double digits. While on the other hand, some people like you to have the potential to go perfect.
I'm down by 2 with 2 holes to go. Should I use my last 2 driving chips, or should I save them for the final tee shot?
Time delay, dude. That's a courtesy violation.
That's a stroke. You're down by 3 now, potty mouth.
What? OTB is very specific on how they list the disc because they want you to like the disc.
Virtually in your hand tells you what the disc is going to feel like, how heavy it's going to be. It's everything you want to know before it shows up to your house.
Not just marketing.
It's only the best.
Üllatusteks valmis. Coolbet.
You Play Disc Golf is your passport to teaching and learning the game. Our mission? To teach disc golf and make it accessible to everyone worldwide. From Alaska to Africa, Guatemala to Canada, and beyond, You Play Disc Golf has spread its wings, teaching the love of the game across the globe. Get involved in our movement to make disc golf a universal joy. Explore youplaydiscgolf.org and join us in helping people find flight.
Tickets for all DGPT events are on sale now. Grab tickets to an event near you and scan the QR code for more info. United Disc Golf is best witnessed live on the grounds.
Yeah, sure is.
And that's what these people feel today when they're watching this guy rip the front 9 with perfect score.
He pulled it. It got a late tree kick, and you know, Dylan Cease of the San Diego Padres just threw the second no-hitter in San Diego Padres history, and this is the closest thing we have to a no-hitter alert right here. We've got an 18 under alert from Ricky right here. He's gonna have to connect from C2 to keep it alive.
Yeah, that's even circle 3, I feel like.
Okay.
33 meters, but it's Ricky. Niklas Anttila hits a Guardian.
And word is the back 9 is playing a bit harder than the front. Hole 10 playing just barely under par, only 31% of the field taking birdie.
Yeah, we're definitely seeing more bogeys on the back nine than we are seeing on the front nine. Tam, real smooth forehand here, 150 meters par 3. Gets some breaks from the branches. He's kind of there behind that small tree, about 8 meters from the target.
Simon overturns that. Kicks down outside of C2.
You are so bad.
And here is Simon approaching the basket.
Just a little wrist spinner. Wow, you're right. Rick does not have much up here.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna need some magic for history to be made again today.
Calvin Heimberg, tee of 11, 233 meters, par 4.
Great start.
Yeah, first up you want to kind of do this. Go straight off the tee. You might have seen the scoreboard there on the right-hand corner. Väinö Mäkelä has tied the record from James Proctor and Kyle Klein on the 18th. And he's putting for par there, so he's gonna be 10 down for the day. 3 double digits at this moment, but Ricky's 1 off from double digits. And he's putting for par on 10 from about 5 meters. This is Tam for the birdie. Yeah, just about 8 meters. Has some branches to mess with. Too low for Albert.
Me, Simon. Yeah, go ahead.
Ricky takes the par. His first one of the day. Simon in the basket. And Niklas Anttila cards the par on 10. And this is hole 18. Väinö Mäkelä, clean card, no bogeys, and he grabs the par from 1 meter away. Really, really great round from Väinö. Back to Willman. Tee of 11.
Look at that flip up.
Headed right. Can settle down.
Yeah, maybe a little too much hyzer. Gonna have low ceiling to contend with.
He's not out of bounds, so he should be fine. About 110, 105 meters to the basket, somewhere there. And we are not seeing your European Open champion Gannon Burr on that smaller leaderboard there. He's currently 3 down for the day after 10 holes. And he's kind of off the fairway on hole 11. Here's Heimberg on 11. High forehand shot. Circle 2's area.
Again, started off hot. Took a couple of bogeys on 6 and 7.
Now here is Gannon Burr.
It's a bit tricky. Might have to go driver here to kind of get the glide. He's going to go with the glide here, 12 speed. Has to hit this all hyzer, get it to flip up just for a second before it moves back right.
We're in the air. This is wide. Needs a skip. Doesn't quite get it. He's been high, but I would say about 15 meters on the left.
Yeah, it flipped up for just a little longer than he wanted.
The lead card has officially caught up with the chase card.
Okay.
At this moment, we have 6 cards on the field. We're gonna fly through this whole 11 par for 764 feet, 233 meters.
Yeah, you can see it's playing as the second hardest hole on the course. Really demanding tee shot. Have to get out the gap. You want to move right, but not too much. You're going to leave yourself with that low ceiling look that Gannon just had and what Matti Vilman has coming up. One of the longer holes at 764 feet. Got some trees to contend with late inside the circle here. And this is what Matti has left. And he's just going to try and punch flat through one of those gaps, and he has done so. And that's cruising all the way into the circle. What a shot.
Such a great execution from him. Some cozy times for the first feature card.
Look, Simon's in full chill mode. Nicholas is like tuned out on the phone.
I think I heard from Simon the week of the European Open that his sleeping has been kind of non-existent.
Oh, that's tough, man.
But there he is, enjoying the summer day.
Yeah, Simon talking about, you know, how difficult it is to be away from his family this long. He has a 2-year-old and a baby. Natalia is back home taking care of them both. They just moved into a new house. Look at that scoreboard, Epe. Everyone's done except Ricky.
He's far from done.
He still has 8 holes left.
Yep. Ricky has the opportunity now to take a hefty lead going towards the 2 last days of the tournament. It's kind of sad to say 2 last days, but the 2 next days for the tournament.
Yeah, two last days of, you know, Europe, man. I'm gonna shed a tear over here. Been such a good trip.
Yeah, such a great season behind us for
Seems
these
like
Elite Series events.
Disc golf has so much momentum over here in Europe.
Colin Heimberg for the birdie.
We're kind of giving that headwind a little too much credit.
You tell me, Nate, I don't know if we have a professional disc golfer who hasn't enjoyed their trips to Europe.
I don't think so. I don't think we do.
Semerad. Long beat, slashing the chains for par. That's going to be another bogey. So Jakub, after a superb start, 5 through 5, he's going to card his 3rd bogey in 6 holes. And he only has 3 pars to accompany them. So 2 down after this hole. Now Gannon Burr, he's bid for the birdie about 14, 15 meters away. Come on, give it to us. And just a bit low, hits the cage.
Yeah, the weight was forward right there. You could kind of see he reached for it. Oh, we're really stalling this card out right now. This is comedy gold We're gonna have to replay that. That's too good. Is this the funnest sport in the world or what, Epic? Oh, those guys are chilling.
They are chilling.
And Marty Villman with an exceptional birdie after feeding it through the gap.
Now we're going to toss it down to Andrew Gum. Could you tell us something about the sponsorships included in this event? We are seeing some high-level sponsors as the first feature card is going to tee off on this hole 11.
Yeah, disc golf's a really big deal in Estonia. They have over 50,000 euros of paid sponsors, including big names like Nike here on this hole. And it's really amazing to see that kind of support from mainstream society in disc golf here. You know, we're at such an epic venue. And yeah, I guess they're getting ready to tee off here, but it's impressive what the local organizers have done and what the local community has also provided a lot of support.
Thank you, Andrew. And Ricky is forced to get up off that chair on which he was chilling on, and this is now his forehand shot off the tee. Gets a big skip to the right, and he likes that.
He just hammered that disc.
Think about hanging out for about 10, 15 minutes on that chair and then just making the perfect shot. He's on dial now.
Yeah, it's hard to do that. Backups can be tough.
Niklas wants this to turn more. Doesn't get it.
Nikkei just doesn't quite have the pop today.
Thumb on the tee. There's out of bounds right if you hyzer too quickly after this tunnel. You might get a skip there.
Yeah, he really wanted to deliver that flatter. He got the nose up a little bit and it started hyzering earlier than he wanted. Simon going with that flippier hex again. And just fillets it.
Thanks the crowd and moves on. Back to Mauri Vilman, now tee of 12, par 3, 139 meters. And Mauri messing with that string of out of bounds. It might just be in bounds for him. Gannon Burr on the tee. It's a tree and he's almost pin high on the right side. Big time shot from Burr. He wanted the skip towards the basket, but he didn't quite get it. Now Heimberg. Man, I love those glasses of his. 7 down through 11 holes at this moment. No bogeys.
Yeah, never a chance of going OB right here. Oh, look at the pace. Hyzer's out a little early. Stay safe.
Back to hole 11 with Simon.
What's he lining up right here, Epe? Little roller?
He might.
Oh, yeah.
He might.
That tree kind of slowed it down. He had the angle.
But he's putting.
Yeah, I like the creativity there. Tough spot for Nicholas. He's also going to go roller. Quick flip.
Yeah, something like that,
Is
Nika.
is he safe over there?
He should be.
Right on that OB line. He's having himself a tough day.
He was about 135 meters from the pin after the tee shot. He's had 2 single bogeys and 1 double bogey coming from holes 4, 6, and 7, and only 4 birdies, so he's even for the day at this moment. And comparing that to Mr. Wysocki, he's 9 strokes back through 10 holes.
Yeah. Gotta feel real tough for Nicholas right now. Albert also from out of position here. Can he find a gap? Not this time.
Yeah, he finds a branch hanging real low. Ricky has about 120 meters left.
Yeah, wow. Ricky nearly perfect position for the hyzer forehand here.
And about 12 meters away. No, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's the bullseye's edge, not the circle one's edge. He's about 6 meters away.
Just one par, and then we're going to get right back to it, Epe.
Yeah, just as I thought that he's going to have a putt to make. He doesn't. Mauri Willman. Just a layup on 12. Real close to being out of bounds. He stayed safe. It was about 26 meters from the target. Tam. Round 3.
All hyzer on the approach. Oh, and did not commit to the width right there. Going to leave himself 11 meters for the par save. Burr, another putt left low from C2.
Really far away. Outside circle 4. We should have that. That would be a nice. He's in circle 4, circle 5. Because these guys, at these days, they can jump putt from 40 meters.
Yeah, it's incredible.
And that's insane.
Yeah, the limits keep being pushed.
Heimberg making the birdie from 11 meters.
Good looking scorecard. Yeah, I think Calvin's going to be pushing past that 10 under mark today.
Simon clips the branch and hits the chip.
Oh, look at that reaction too.
That was 19 meters almost outside C2. Let's roll back that Zuka replay for Simon.
We got to throw it back, Epe, to him chilling on the beanbag and then flash forward to that reaction right there. The birdie after the roller.
Now, Tam, not a simple place to answer. Fades a bit too late. Now, Ricky, he's 10 down. He has tied the top after 11 holes. 11 holes. Just a casual walk in the park for Ricky.
And to do it after the defeat last week, I mean, this happened on Sunday, and here he is playing at this level right now. And Albert Tom from inside 5 meters.
Anttila. Wow. I'm gonna need a breather here. We'll be right back, folks.
Nexus Firefly, one of my tour series, KC Pro Glow Rock, unbeatable team of the Toro and the Rat. The fairway driver that rules them all, the Sexton Firebirds, Calvin Halo Destroyer. Hi, I'm Innova Team Captain Nate Sexton, and this is my 2024 in the bag.
So you want to throw further. Okay, here's the plan. Step 1, join the Power Disc Golf Academy. Step 2, watch Holland Hanley's lessons on how to properly select discs that are appropriate for your skill level. Step 3, watch Paul Ulibarri's X-Step lessons to help you build a solid foundation for generating power. Step 4, watch Simon Lazat's lessons on upper body mechanics to make sure you're giving the disc the best opportunity for distance. Step 5, watch Ezra Aderhold's max distance lessons to build your most powerful swing. Step 6, use our fieldwork drills to dial it all in. And the last step, go out and crush your personal best distance record. Ready? Go.
What up, guys? We have the brand new MX2, good mid-range for power backhand thrower, very good for sidearm throwers. The MX2 is a very reliable, overstable disc that's finding its way into my bag, and I hope it finds its way into yours.
From top competition to the new players. From supporting women to funding new courses. PDGA Europe is much more than competition. Visit pdga.com/join and grow the sport.
Ricky Wysocki 10 down through 11 holes. He's on hole 12, 139 meters, par 3. And he's close to the bullseye, Nate. What are we witnessing here?
I'm just so impressed by Ricky. I mean, I just said it, but for him to come back from the loss at the European Open and to get right back into it on the next Friday.
Simon, hyzer flip, and then hyzering back to the left side, real close to the other. Yeah.
Time to get it going, Niklas. Little flexor on it. And that's also going to dry up short. It just doesn't seem like he's really getting a zip on those drivers today.
Yeah, Niklas has told us in some of those interviews that his comfortable golf distance is about 135 meters.
Okay.
So that shot right there kind of plays right into that alley.
And it makes a big difference to be able to go all hyzer. And Albert really tugging on this one. He needs some help. And that's going to be OB really early.
He's on the, might be on the line there, left to be seen. I'm gonna toss it down to Andrew Gum. Andrew, give us the latest numbers with those spectator tickets. What are we looking at today, the opening day Friday?
Yeah, just the opening day, we've had 2,450 tickets sold. The fan favorite is clearly Albert Tom. When they're cheering for him, I can barely hear you guys in my ear, even though I got it on full volume. But I can really feel them starting to pull for Ricky as well. They really want him to do something special. Huge cheers. They're a very engaged crowd. Yeah, 300 tickets, one-day tickets were bought on site today, so everything else was sold in advance. People have planned this weekend, and it's going to be absolutely amazing.
That is only on the Friday, and the weekend is still ahead. Almost 2,500 paid spectators. I'm going to remind you that we have the 15 euro, that's about 17, 18 bucks for a day. 40 euros, about 45 bucks for the weekend. And then we have those VIP passes for about 75 euros. I'd say about 85 bucks. This whole park is surrounded by a large fence. We're at the Tallinn Song Festival grounds, the Lauluväljak Park. And we are having a beautiful Friday here. Ricky charging up, and he's tied for the first place holders, James Proctor, Väinö Mäkelä, and Kyle Klein, who all are at the clubhouse already. They finished. And Ricky still has 8 holes left. Well, 7, practically. Anttila.
Read the wind okay, just started it a little too high. And Albert's going to have this putt coming up to avoid going back-to-back double bogeys. It's outside. 13 or 14 meters here. A little bit of tailwind over his right shoulder. Started right and stayed right there for Albert, and that's going to hurt the scorecard right there. Back-to-back doubles.
He's going to be 1 under for the day. Lizotte.
Another high putt.
He was putting for birdie. Now coming back for par.
And he's kind of jogging to it again.
I feel like he's really fighting to find the focus here. He's really had a long trip at Europe, and as I recall that he said in the interview that he really feels like home now in the States because he's been living there for so long. He has his family there.
Yeah, you can see him really defeated in the background right there.
Thumb for double.
And I mean, when a player is jogging to their next lie like that inside the circle, they've got to be a little uncomfortable. Twice now, Simon kind of jogged over after missing a putt. He still went through the routine, but it felt a little rushed.
Ricky. It doesn't feel to me like Ricky is rushing anything. He's 11 down through 12 holes. We're going to take a look at this drive from Ricky Wysocki, powered by Naqua Lifestyle Power Bunkers.
And he was asking it not to hit something. I think he meant that little electrical box that he hyzered just around. He's so dialed. Right out of his hand, he says, don't hit it. Gets a little skip in the thick grass. Scoots on into the bullseye. Well, he's missed 1 green today. Just the 10th.
Look at this card, man. Andrew, I'm gonna throw it back down to you. You're following this first feature card. Can you feel something around this card from Ricky? What kind of an energy is it down there with the card?
It's amazing. He's on absolute fire. You know, he's had tons of success and momentum here in Europe. This is almost like another level. I mean, he's just birdieing just about everything. It's really impressive, and yeah, the crowd is really feeling it too.
Ricky's truly making the best of it here in Europe. Now tee of 13, another par 3, now 155 meters for the MPO. Ricky's in the air, gets a beautiful flip, traveling to the left. I don't believe this, man. I'm almost out. I'm not out yet. I still have my notes here, but
still sitting down.
I'm still sitting down, folks, but I might just leave the premises soon enough if Ricky keeps this one going.
Yeah, it's fun to watch. He's an easy guy to root for, too.
So entertaining Friday here upon us. Now Niklas Anttila, even for the day. He said that if he really needs to, he can force a 145, 150 drive out of him. But to control the landing area with that kind of distance is getting really hard on Niklas. And he's known for his accuracy and his solid putting.
Yeah, and this isn't really that long of a course, but you can see the advantage that these guys have over Niklas. Simon and Rick really able to go hyzer to flat into a lot of these greens.
Stay in bounds.
Right, that's close, but it's inside.
Gets the applause from the crowd near the green.
Little headwind in Albert's face right now, looking to bounce back. Hyzer flipped up, needs it to carry and get a little skip. C1. Did we just get word that this is the first carbon neutral disc golf tournament?
Think about that, Nate.
Running back Simon's hyzer flip. Started it out inside, but it gently flipped up, glided out.
We see Mauri Wilman, tee of 14. Par 3, really long through the woods, 135 meters. Excuse me. Heimberg on the tee. Needs to travel left. This is looking beautiful for Calvin. That's because it is.
Gets the skip. What a shot. And 14 playing as one of the harder par 3s on the course. 135 meters that you have to finish back onto the hyzer there, slightly up the hill.
Yes, so they have these excellent and clear recycling stations everywhere on the premise, and they serve all the concessions. They serve them from reusables with the deposit paid for returns. So they are really making great advance on really thinking the nature, the surroundings here. Mauri Wilman was his second on 14. Anttila uses the beat. Now back to Heimberg. Oh, he came real short with that one. He's going to be putting for par on 14. Unfortunate bogey from 13 for Calvin. Now back to 13 with Tom. Inside C1 for the birdie. Yeah. Cash money for Mr. Bazooka. I haven't seen the bazooka for a while. I'm hoping he's gonna pull that out in this round. Right, Saki. Another birdie for Ricky. He's unstoppable. Just, yeah. That's gonna be 12 down through 13 holes.
Oh, and another high putt from Simon. He is not feeling comfortable right now on the green.
He totally isn't, that's for sure. Anttila grabs another par. That will be his 4th in a row. Still even for the day, and Simon at this moment 4 down through 13 holes. I don't know, man. Ricky's already up ahead from Simon with 8 strokes, 13 holes played, and Simon is the 2nd best player on the card.
Yeah, he's got 12 over Niklas. It'd be a tough day to play with Rick. He's missed 1 green on number 10, and he barely pulled that forehand off to the left. We're flying the 14th right now, 5th hardest hole on the course. Really demanding tee shot here, 135 meters, 440 feet, but it plays a little bit longer because you're headed slightly uphill, and for the right-hand backhand player, you have to finish on that hyzer. We saw Calvin Heimberg really get after it on that 12 speed, got a good skip, and even he didn't make it into the circle. Shows you just how much power you need to find C1 there on 14.
Here's some of the top players today. Many -6s, -5s. Matty O still on the field with Paul Macbeth. Simon Lizotte, Gannon Burr, they are both 4 down through the day. Gannon has played 14 holes, Simon 13. And really charging up now. They have played about, and the first feature card has been on the course for about an hour and 50 minutes. And they're through 13 holes. And the back 9 is playing longer time-wise and distance-wise than the front 9.
Ooh, looks like Jakub really got slowed down by the course.
Yeah, he did. 4 single bogeys and 5 pars in last 9 holes.
Wow, tough stretch after starting perfect through 5. He hasn't birdied since the 5th.
Yeah, this course especially is more of a mental course than a physical course. You just have to keep the focus, you have to execute. Some of these shots might feel like ridiculously simple. You have to put those stock hyzers, pinpoint accurate, grab the easy birdies when you can, and then make the best of it when it comes to these harder ones, like Ricky's on the tee of 14. Sweeping hyzer from the right, can he miss everything?
Kind of flew a little straight, but I believe he's inside C2 right there, safe.
Yep.
Looking at another birdie.
Should be.
It's going to be his first attempt from circle 2, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, because this was from like 33 meters, that 1 par on hole 10.
Yeah, he hasn't had 1 C2 look.
Now Tam. Really high. But that doesn't bother the man. 8 meters, 7 meters, something like that.
Yeah, that's power right there to go all hyzer. He didn't even flatten that disc out.
He doesn't need to. 135 meters. Anttila has to, though. Really? He actually didn't flatten that up at all.
But he threw it high. Love the line right there.
Yeah.
13 meters left for his birdie.
Slight uphill. Simon also going with the high line and doesn't get a skip at all. Hits something on the ground. Long putt left for Simon. Josef Barry, tee of 17. Tough hole.
Just made the Mando. Did he stay safe on that right side? Back to Maudie Villman. Approaching here on 15. Ooh, clean shot just outside the bullseye. All right, what do you think, Epe? You think Simon's due right here? Couple of high putts. He's a little rattled. It'll be Ricky first.
So close for Ricky. That was still outside C2. That wasn't a C2. I mean,
not to be for Simon.
Now Antila for a long birdie look, 13 meters.
Epe, what's our pace right now? I feel like we're closing in on one of the faster Elite Series rounds.
Yeah, for sure.
Here's Simon's reaction to that left side miss right there. Not having it today.
Albert Tam, another errant mistake from the right side. We've seen some of those from Albert, and that's kind of his miss right there. Can't just kind of figure it out, figure the pace and the movement on the putting green. And Ricky collects the par. He's still clean. 2 pars. All the rest are birdies. Currently leading the tournament by 2 strokes over James Proctor, Väinö Mäkelä and Kyle Klein, who are sharing the second place. Here is the top 10 at the moment. We're gonna have an exciting day tomorrow. And you know, even though Ricky's on the lead and I'm suspecting he will have a hefty lead tomorrow, these guys can still challenge him. There's nothing to be said that Ricky can keep up that pace for 3 days straight. There are some troubles on this course that you can find quite easily.
I'm there. Yeah, I'm like 9, 8 meters. Yep. That was good? Yeah, I'm good with it.
Looks like Yusuf did find Obi right, getting his spot right there from the card. He'll have this putt to stay at 8 under.
Barry. -8 at the moment. So we need to save the par. It's the top band, and that's gonna be his second bogey. There's no bogey on this card of Ricky Waisaki's 197-meter par 4. Pierces the gap a bit on the left side.
Yeah, Rick's really been piecing these par 4s apart, just hammering the drives off the tee, leaving himself inside 90 meters in pretty much all of those holes. Albert's forehand kind of hyzers out a little soon.
Antila gets some branches there.
No, you. Go. Go.
Simon's not quite feeling it today, although he's a few points under par. Heimberg in the basket, takes the birdie on 15. He's now 8 down through 15 holes. That's a really great score. And here we are wondering if anybody can stop Ricky. It's possible, but they might need some help from Ricky to achieve that if Ricky keeps this one going. Now Willman for birdie.
Certainly don't want to give him too big of a lead.
Yeah.
There's that spin putt. Got a little bit of Isaac Robinson flair there, the way he really opens up the wrist.
Hasn't done too many mistakes after hole 1. Now 7 down through 15. Yeah, they're now 2 hours done, the first feature card that is. And they're 14.5 holes done on the course.
What do you give it right here? 120 meters into the pin? Almost 400 feet. Heiser's wide open for Albert. There's a wall right in front of the pin, and you can hit it and start to roll backwards. You really need to see your disc fly just over the top of it.
Thumb. Throwing to really smooth form. I love to see this guy play, and this is looking almost perfect. Bullseye.
Beautiful shape right there. Looked like it was early out of his hands, but he just read it perfectly. It flipped up. Check this out. I thought he was throwing all Heiser, but he flips this one up.
Yeah, we're gonna roll back that Zuka replay for Albert Thumb.
Starts to glide out. Gets back on edge. Perfect approach shot.
Yeah, the reason I was telling you that it was almost perfect, I was anticipating a skip towards the chains, but he just settled down under the basket. Now Simon throwing 3. Over it. Hits the fence. Too low for Simon.
Tough stretch of golf for Simon after, you know, he was back Ricky's pace a few, but it seemed like he was going shot for shot with him.
Calvin, tee of 16.
Nice and flat. Needs a little skip. Gets it. Cool. He'll go to 9 under par.
Yeah, cool. He's parked. Another bullseye hit on the coverage. Oh.
The wall kind of saved him on that one.
Surely did. Antila is inbounds. At about 80 meters to go to the pin. Yeah, I didn't expect that Niklas would be even out after 14 holes here.
And look what Ricky's done off the tee. This is what he's left himself with. He's just filleting this course. You guys, you have to go back and watch Ricky's practice round. After he's doing this in the tournament, go back and watch his channel. He talks about it all. But really, he's throwing better off the tee during this round than he did in any of his practice shots.
That's something that seems really cool for me too, because there is nothing hidden or secret about what Ricky's doing. He's publishing everything that he's gonna do and what he's trying to do, and here he is doing it.
Yeah.
He gave us a clinic on social media and in YouTube, and now he's giving us a live clinic here at the Disc Golf Network.
I'm with you. It's a treat.
Yeah, on tee of 18, Youssef Barry 7 down at this moment, 151 meters downhill for the MPO. Heisering towards the green and sticks the circle, 9 meters left, trying to go 8 down for the day. Solid score from Barry. Anttila for the birdie, 11 meters. And now he gets one. Now he gets one. He's on the par.
Getting a Barry Schultz right there, off the band and still in. Barry used to putt with the nose down, and so he would be that player that would kind of clip the band and still find a way to make the putt. For those players who didn't get to watch Schultz play back in the day.
Simon in the bucket. Tom tapping in that birdie, and as will do Ricky Wysocki, 13 down for 15.
This course is going to rate extremely well too. I mean, the 10 under is in the 1060 range right now. Ricky could be pushing 1100 today.
Calvin Heimberg doing Calvin Heimberg things. Tossing the basketball into the basket. 9 down through 16 holes with 1 bogey. Has a solid chance to make it to the lead card tomorrow. Two more birdies would really sign the deal for Calvin. Now Ricky, tee of 16. 94 meters, par 3.
I mean, not only is he throwing good shots, like he's just outside the bullseye again, Epe.
He's right there. He's pinpoint accurate all the way through. He's gonna be 14 down through 16 holes. He was 14 down through 17 at the Beast, so he's continuing the same momentum he gained from Nokia.
You know, he's going to be the leader after day 1, and he's probably going to be in 50th as far as distance putting goes. I mean, he hasn't had to putt today.
Thumb in the circle.
Now, what's your take? Is it bad for disc golf if you have to get near perfect epee, or do you like watching this style of disc golf?
I mean, if this was an event somewhere in the middle of nowhere with no spectators, with kind of just a couple of vendors and that's it, I wouldn't like to see this at all. But with this venue, with all of the preparation they made, the opening ceremony, Nate, we were witnessing that. We were like, what is going on? All the steam effects when the players arrived to the premises and the crowd cheering on Wednesday evening, the band playing in the middle of those rounds, everything that's going on down there for this festival, for it is a festival, I really enjoy seeing these birdies all over the place. That was Barry for the birdie. That's going to be a par for him and 7 down for the day. So at this venue, on this festival, I like this course as it is.
Cool.
That's my take. But for those other kind of tournaments, more of like following the path we've had on the Disc Golf Pro Tour, I really enjoy those courses like Tampere, where 6 down is really, really good.
Yep. I like both styles. And clearly the intention here at the Tallinn Song Festival grounds was this kind of birdie or die feeling with OB everywhere, kind of shorter, more technical holes. And you take a look down the leaderboard, not everyone was able to beat the course today. It's averaging well under par, but you look, there's some good names that did not shoot well.
Yeah, and I'm going to argue that even Gannon Burr is one of those. He's 4 down through 16 holes, and that's not enough here. As we see Mauri Wilman on 17th, he's currently 7 down. Really similar to hole number 7 with the double mandatory. Mauri makes it to the green. Beautiful shot. And Niklas Anttila, another great birdie. Look at Albert Tam. He's in for the birdie. Simon. Another birdie. And that's going to be a tap in for Ricky Wysocki, about 3.2 meters. No problem. 14 down. I need a breather, folks. We'll be right back.
This sport is about trust. It's about confidence in your disc. All the untold hours of development and commitment are here for you. The MVP Pro Shop. Start your journey today.
Üllatusteks valmis. Kuulbett.
Disc golf season is in full swing, and here are your upcoming Disc Golf Network events. Make sure not to miss a moment and subscribe today. We have the Ledgestone Open coming up, LWS Open at Idlewild, and Worlds is coming. We still have so many great events to come.
Ricky Wysocki on pace for 1100. He doesn't like it. Does it stay safe over there on that left side?
It seems to be so that he's still putting.
Okay. Right now, James Proctor in with the 10 under. And that's 1070 rated. It's about 8 points a stroke right now.
Thumb. 94 meters par 3 straight through the gut, and this is kind of a mirror image of hole 7 because this is going uphill and the hole 7 is on the other side of this song festival grounds. That is Anttila. Not quite getting there. Simon.
That's Simon in the shadow, sorry.
Through this high, but he's in the middle, about 30 meters away. As there was this one spectator moving in the crowd, and her shadow was moving just on the tee pad's edge, and that's what caught Simon a bit there. He had to readjust.
Ricky gonna keep his course record streak alive. Got one at Crow Call. Got one in Nokia. About to get one here in Estonia by 4 strokes, potentially 5.
And Thumb hitting the cage from distance. Now Lizard taking the floater, trying to catch the basket with his second. Where is Ricky?
You said it earlier that hole 14 he was actually outside of C2. So technically this is going to be Ricky's first C2 look of the round.
Yeah. Anttila takes the birdie, 19 meters. And Niklas Anttila will be 3 down for the day after 3 consecutive birdies. We're gonna roll back that Zuka replay for Niklas Anttila.
Seems to always be good for at least one of these.
And Ricky's in the basket. He sinks the only circle 2 putt he's had today.
Are you kidding me, Epe?
I am not kidding you. This man is pure lava at this moment. Another Zuka coming. Enjoy this.
Look at the elevator just drop last second. 11 for 11 from C1, 1 for 1 from C2. He's at 15 under par with just 1 hole to play. Ricky making history here, the Song Festival grounds.
Ricky is doing something marvelous today. 15 down through 17 holes, 2 pars, and all the rest are birdies. We're seeing Mauri Vilman teeing off on hole 18. This is a beautiful scenery off the tee. High wide hyzer. He's on circle 2. The guys with the greatest power on the field, they want to make sure they are giving it enough height when they're going for this green. You don't want to get out of bounds long, but there is also out of bounds kind of short. This is shaped like a letter U sideways. So there's out of bounds in the middle, and you could go safe from the from the left side, but Jakub hitting one of those blue plastic objects in the middle and still gets inbounds. Heimberg high and Heisering a bit on the left. That's about 14 meters for Calvin. Gannonburr still from the second feature card left to tee off on 18. Gannonburr hits the circle about 8 meters left. Back on the green, 18, Jakub tries to give us one more highlight, but that's not in the basket. Wielman for the birdie, 15 meters, misses the basket ever so slightly on the left. We're gonna fly over this hole 18, 151, 495 feet.
Yeah, playing is the 8th easiest hole on the course. It's into a slight headwind right now. Not really the distance that's the issue, even though it's out there at 500 feet. It plays about 30 feet downhill, so most of the field is able to go pure hyzer into this green. We got to see them throw this hole over and over again in the All-Star event. Ricky, it was from the FPO pad, but he was going forehand consistently. I'm curious if he's comfortable at this range with his forehand.
Heimberg hitting high. Not carding the birdie. Can Gannonburr go 5 down through the day? Eight meters left, staring right at the sun, in the basket. Not as hot of a round as we thought Gannonburr might be able to achieve here. 3 single bogeys on the card. -5. Mauri Wielman takes the par. And after these short tap-ins, the first feature card is ready to tee off on the 18th. They've been playing just over 2 hours and 20 minutes. That's such a pace. I haven't seen that on a Pro Tour in a while.
Unheard of. I don't think there's a single Elite Series round that took less than 3 hours in the United States.
Well, I've certainly heard from the fans and some players even that they really want to have these rounds go faster in order to get a more of a entertaining product for all the people to watch, and now they're achieving it.
Here we go. Flattens out just a bit.
Sit.
Needs to start fading. Ricky asking for it to sit.
No way!
It went through the basket. He's a meter away for the 16 under par.
This guy is unbelievable. It almost hit the basket, and it almost went in for an ace to go 17 down through 18 holes. I'm still in the booth, people. Don't worry about me. I'm still in. Anttila not as wide as Ricky. This is headed a bit left and short. Yeah, circle 2 area. Ricky's parked for birdie. He will be 16 down through 18 holes without a single blemish on his card. Lizotte Currently 3 down. Some big time struggles for Simon on the putting green today. Trying to give us one more highlight, maybe with a skip. Nope. No skip at all. That's about 9 meters left. Thumb. So hit it left and short. I don't know what to say, man.
Well, Epe, let's run this one back. Heiser flipped up to flat, pushing, and Ricky was asking for it to slow down. He thought he might have put too much juice on it. Gets back on Heiser. How close was it? Just in front? Take a look at his reaction.
That was mere centimeters.
Look at Simon, hands on his head, can barely believe it. Now, take a guess at what player has the most 1100 rated round.
Well, according to these statistics brought to you by Paragon Disc Golf, I'd say it's Ricky.
Will Schusterick has 6.
Okay.
Paul Macbeth has 6. Ricky Wysocki is in the lead with 8 1100 rated rounds to his name. And he's looking at the 9th right now. Unofficially, Ricky's looking at an 1118 rated round.
You're not
1118.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know where that sits all time. It's got to be in the top 10.
James Proctor, Väinö Mäkelä, Kyle Klein getting an unofficial 1070 from the 10 down, and Ricky will be 6 strokes ahead of them going into the second round, which is a moving day. Ricky, this wasn't the moving day yet. Stop it, man. I mean, you can't at this point. The round is practically over. From the tee number 1, he was all smiles. He was all like positive vibes throughout the whole course, and he didn't have a sad face at any time.
No, he was beaming from the start, right there on T1. You called it.
And he's parked for his 16th birdie today.
He missed 2 greens today. One of them was on 10 when he flattened that forehand out, and the next one was on 14, which was one of the most difficult par 3s on the course.
Thumb. Ooh, almost getting the birdie from way downtown. 11-18. I mean, we knew this course was shreddable. Is that a term? Shreddable.
Absolutely. I'm with you. I thought we were going to see several players best the double-digit mark. It proved to be more of a challenge than we thought for a lot of the field, including guys like Eagle McMahon, Gannon Bird, Nicholas Antila, Simon Lizotte. But this man right here,
he made history. He made history here today. Ricky Wysocki. Some raptor legs there for the fans from Ricky. And there's some kind of a ceremony going on. Ricky's... Yeah, he's signing that shirt of his from this round. Nate, what's happening here?
he's a man of the people. He's about to give away that piece of history right there.
He's giving it to the fans. Yeah. Talk about the man of the people. What an amazing guy.
It's gonna be a fire block.
Too excited. Thank you guys, appreciate it.
Now, is this just another day for Ricky, or is he gonna have some kind of a pressure going on for tomorrow? Oh my God, we're gonna go back to that in just a few. Let's take a short break at the network. We'll be right back.
If you want to know what a disc is going to feel like before you get it, you have to check out OTB disc. The first thing I'm looking for when I grab a new disc is the feel of the disc. It's got to be confidence instilled. Virtually in your hand tells you what the disc is going to feel like, how heavy it's going to be. It's everything you want to know before it shows up to your house.
It's really, really helpful in not only finding a disc that looks beautiful, but is also exactly what you're looking for it to feel like. Of course, when you're dealing with OTB, you're going to get only the best.
What's up? I'm Raven, Team Zuka. Here's what's in my cart. All my main discs are in this bottom compartment, easily accessible at mouth and eye level. My treats are in the side pockets up there. It's inconvenient, but good for self-control. A feature I'm iffy on is those unpoppable foam tires. I have tried. They don't pop. But my favorite thing about my cart is when my mom grabs it, I know I'm going O-U-T. And there's squirrels out there.
We're back, folks. Here are the Innova Hot Rounds. Ricky Wysocki, Mr. Richard, there in the lead, no question. 16 down, people. 18 holes, 2 pars. Oh my goodness.
If you're sitting in 7th place, Ricky doubled your score today.
That's ridiculous, but that's so true. We're gonna hear from him at the clubhouse. Let's hear it. Ricky Wysocki, ladies and gentlemen.
Ricky Wysocki, you just shot 16 down here on the opening day at the Estonian Disc Flying Festival. How do you feel?
I feel good. I mean, my game is just, I feel like this course isn't overly challenging. I mean, there's some OB and there's definitely some obstacles to overcome, but yeah, if you're throwing good shots, giving yourself birdie putts, you can go low. So I was just able to take advantage of a lot of these holes and score really well. So I'm glad to get off to a good start.
The lines look so crisp and clean. The putter didn't hit the ground at all. You've been playing really well in Europe. How does it feel to be over here doing what you're doing right now?
I mean, it's amazing. I think it's just, whenever I feel like whenever my forehand and my backhand are both on, this is the kind of disc golf that I can play, and I know that. So, this is something where, that's what I train for, that's what I practice for, to get my game into a spot where I am right now. And so I'm really comfortable, and I really, if I'm able to continue playing like this, I'm just going to continue to build confidence.
There was about 2,500 spectators in attendance here watching you do this in a national landmark. What is that experience like?
It's super cool. I wanted to put on the Estonian flag jersey today, and I told Joey that I was going to play the round and that I was going to throw it out in the crowd. So just a fun experience to be able to do that in front of these amazing fans and give them a show. So It's going to be an amazing finish. I think hopefully the weather holds out and we can get all of Estonia out of here. That'd be awesome.
And so you got a 6-stroke lead now heading into moving day. What's the plan for tomorrow?
I mean, I'm just going to continue to get birdies. I mean, that's really the only goal. I know the shots, and you know, I'm confident with the shots, so that's really all that matters for me. I'm not going to slow down. I'm not going to play any different. It's I control the pace of the tournament, and I'm able to just attack. I mean, like I said, there's nothing else to do besides just go out there and do what I do.
So it's about 11-18 rated preliminary round rating. Where does that stand in the history of your best rounds, would you say, from the feel of it?
Yeah, I think it's definitely top 10. I think that, yeah, this course is not super easy. Obviously, I kind of made it look like it, but there's still teeth out there, and you still got to respect some holes. And there's a lot of tricky holes. So, yeah, I mean, there's out of bounds. The wind could kick up and add a lot of challenge. So, yeah, you can't lose any respect for this course, and I think that's something I'm going to do. I'm going to go out there, play with respect for all the holes, knowing that there is challenge out there. And, yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
You definitely did make it look easy. Crowd, can we hear it up for Ricky Wysocki? Yeah, congratulations on an amazing round, and best of luck moving forward.
Thank you. Thanks, guys. Thanks, everyone in the States, for watching. Thanks, everyone in Estonia that came out, and my sponsor, Dynamic Disc. Thanks, y'all.
Beautiful stuff.
Thank you, Ricky. Well, Nate, he has a plan for tomorrow. Continue the same thing he did today.
It'd be hard to do. It'd be hard to match his round from today. Just missed 2 greens on 10 and 14. And Ricky, he's given us his practice rounds. But we're going to need his diet. We're going to need his sleep schedule. Like, that man is tapped into something.
Yeah. If you consider his last round at the European Open, he's now 29 down through last 2 rounds of his elite career.
Yeah, that's I like looking at it like that. Sure, 13 on Sunday, and then turns around on Friday, shoots 16 under par. Unofficially, that's 11-19 rated, and 3rd best rating all time at an Elite Series or Major, behind Paul Macbeth at the Memorial, behind Paul Macbeth at Vibram. So 3rd best rated round all time from Ricky. We just saw history.
History being made here. I bet we should talk about someone else too than Ricky, although he's the clear leader right now, 6 strokes. He has clear plans for tomorrow. He's going to be joined by James Proctor, Väinö Mäkelä, and Kyle Klein, and they can challenge Ricky for sure. Ricky told us himself there that there are holes that you really have to respect here.
Yeah, and I love that he mentioned that. He said it's not too easy. He made it look easy, but it does have teeth. And Ricky was on his line today. He was phenomenal off the tee. I mean, he left no pressure on the putter. I think that his longest C1 putt was 8 meters. He just had 1 of those, and then he sank the only C2 putt he looked at. So he was incredible off the tee. He can repeat it for sure, but you have to find your line early. We saw Nicholas, we saw Simon, you know, we saw Gannon Bird. They got off their line early and they struggled. They found a lot of OB.
They did. Here are the Innova Hot Round scores once again. The feature card, or the chase card for now, we should call him, it's Paul Macbeth, 9 down. Calvin Heimberg, 9 down. Greg Barsby and Matthew Orum, 8 down, both of them. So it really stacked also in the chase card. Nate, I'm so happy to be here with you to witness this history be made.
Yeah, it's special. And one more thing, we just got some word from Statmando. This is the highest rated round ever shot in Europe. Ever. Yep, Ricky just did it.
Well, I'm not going to argue that. But we might have an argument going on to this last segment of the show, the OTB shot of the day. How about every tee shot from Ricky?
That'd be great. I'd be happy to run those back. I'm going to go with his C2 putt on hole 17. What do you think?
Oh, that was such a great putt.
Or is it the near ace on the 18th?
Well, I'm gonna take the 18th and you take the 17th.
Perfect.
Let's see, what is the OTB shot of today for the MPO opening round at the European Disc Golf Festival? It is the 18th. Hey, you should have gone with this one.
Yeah. The Saki bomb. True fashion right here. Look at the width. Stay on this angle.
Oh, so close to being in the bucket.
The reaction, and look at Simon, hands on his head. He's like, is this guy serious?
Yeah.
16 under. 11-19.
I don't know if he's serious, but I'm gonna need some big amount of fresh disc golf air after this show. I'm gonna go disc golfing. I don't know about you.
Well, I mean, that was record time. We could go play 2 courses. Let's get after it.
We could. We're gonna see some broadcast times for the tournament to come. We're gonna have FPO rounds, of course, in the morning, and then after that the MPO. So 10:40 a.m. local time, the FPO chase card is gonna tee off with our stream, and the MPO 4:40 p.m. local time. Those are gonna be 3:40 a.m. US Eastern and 9:40 a.m. US Eastern. Catch us live on Disc Golf Network. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.